Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Smokin' with Scotty. Scotty Cameron here, of course, Smokin' with Scotty, being brought to you by Burly Meats. And today from Burly Meats, we got a beautiful pork belly. And we're going to be doing pork belly burnt in. So this is kind of a nice little treat, something you can have. We call it meat candy sometimes. So you can see what we've got. We've got a beautiful pork belly. We're going to get ready. We're going to cut this up into about 1.25 inch cubes. And then once we do that, we're going to get some seasoning on them. Going to take them out. We're going to put them on the pit for about 275 till they've got the right color that we want. I'm going to put them in a liquid. I'm going to get them cooked until they're super tender, super juicy, and ready to go. So we're looking forward to that. So let's go ahead and get started. Today is a pretty simple recipe. First thing we want to do, I'm going to go ahead and square up my meat just a little bit here so I get even good cuts. And that little piece of fat right there, not going to be much of a difference. So we got that taken care of. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and start getting our strips cut. We want to do about 1.25 inch. We're going to go all the way down this pork belly and get these strips cut, and then we're going to get our cut strips and we're going to get those cut into cubes. So we'll be right back right after we get that taken care of for you. All right, so we've got all of our pork cubed up. Now we're going to ready to put some rub on it. We're going to be using the Grill Hay rub that we picked up from Burly Meats. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we get this rub on all sides of this pork. Going to make sure we give it a good coating on all sides. You can see we got about 1.25 inch cubes. You just take that pork belly and you slice that across the belly at about 1.25 inch sizes, and then you take those and then just go ahead and cube them up. So I'm going to go ahead and get these rubbed up and we'll be right back. Okay, we've got our cubed pork belly all seasoned up and it's ready to go, and you'll notice I transferred it over to these wire racks right here. If you'll come over here and just take a look. I've got them, that's a way we can just on and off the grill, no problem. I'm going to be smoking these at 275 degrees until we get the color we want. Then we're going to bring them in and put them in some candy making material. We'll see you at the pit. All right, here we are at the pit. We're up to 275 degrees. We're going to be using the Green Mountain Grill that we got from Nature Nursery. We are running the Gold Blend pellets from Green Mountain Grills. I've got my pork bellies. They've been seasoned for a little while. Ready to put them on the grill, and we're just going to let them smoke until they get some good color on them. And the great thing about these racks, it makes everything super easy on and off of the grill. So let's get these set down in here. We'll close the lid, and then it's waiting time. There we go. All right, time to let the Green Mountain Grill do its magic. All right, so we have got our pork belly burnt ends just about right where we want them color wise. Got some smoke on them. They were on the smoker for about 1 hour and 50 minutes. So we're going to get them all set up and we're going to give them a nice little candy bath and get them really super and tender and ready to go. So the first thing we're going to do, come in, we're going to put a little brown sugar all over the whole thing. Make sure we get a nice good coating there. And this is where the meat candy part starts to come in. So there we go. Got our brown sugar. And we're going to come in just with a little bit of honey. Give that a nice drizzle all over. Yeah. This is going to make them all nice and happy. A little bit for everybody. And then we're going to come in with a stick of butter. Gonna arrange that all over. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cover them. We're going to go back out on the pit at 275. I'm going to have to get that one later. And there you go. So that's what that looks like. Let's get these foiled up and get them back out on the pit. Alright. I'm going to have to use 2 pieces. Get my pan a little wider than I anticipated. Not a problem. sure we get a nice tight seal. Just a second. Go back, cover this side. All right, these are going to go back on the pit till they're tender. I'm going to check them here in about an hour and see where we're at, and we'll see you later. And here we are, and we have got our pork belly burnt-ins ready for the glaze. So what I did, we had these on the smoker for about an hour inside that foil packet with the honey, the brown sugar, and with the butter. I pulled them out. I drained all of that juice out. We're going to save that later. We call that pig syrup. So good. Anyway, let's get these glazed up and back out on the smoker. So today we're going to be using the Hay Grill Hay Maple Bourbon Grilling Glaze that we picked up from Burly Meats. Let's give this a shake, and we don't want to get a whole lot. We just want to get enough. That's just going to coat our burnt ends, and then we'll give these a nice stir to make sure they're all coated on all sides. Oh, this stuff smells so good. I wish you could smell it right now. But these things are super tender. We're just going to put them back on the smoker at 275 for about another 10 or 15 minutes, just till the glaze gets all nice and tacked up. So you can see the sugars and all that. This is going to be just meat candy, absolute meat candy. So we'll get these stirred up. We'll get them back on, and then we'll meet you back in here when we've got these all glazed up and ready to go. Thanks. Okay, so we have our pork belly burnt ends. We've got them all glazed up. They are ready to go, and I'm pretty well ready to dig in. However, before I taste these, just want to kind of give a quick recap of what we've done. First thing, we got our pork belly out. We got it sliced up, cubed up, rubbed on all sides. We use the Hay Grill Hay that we picked up at Burly Meats, the sweet rub. It's really good. It's got a little bit of a kick and some sweet to it, so that's nice. Then we got them on the smoker, smoked them up until we had the color at 275 degrees. Then we brought them in, put them in our little candy mix-up with brown sugar, honey, and butter. Let that cook until they rendered down and were super tender. And then we pulled them out, drained the juice off of them, and put the glaze on. Glazed them up for about 15 minutes. They're ready to go. All our cooking temperatures were at 275 degrees. We have a 3-hour and 15-minute cook here tonight, so we are ready to dig in. So pick up one of these bad boys. You can see it's just like candy when you squeeze it. It's super tender. Mmm. Mmm. Wow, I gotta tell you, that was absolutely wonderful. I bit off a little bit more than I could chew there, but you get the lean and you get the fat in there. It's about a 50-50 ratio, and man, that maple bourbon glaze just really set everything off. All the sweetness that we put onto it and into it, and of course that sweet rub really comes through. So if you're looking for some pork belly, it's hard to find. They've got it at Burly Meats. You can stop in there. She'll get you taken care of. And definitely try this combination with the Hay Grill Hay Sweet Rub and the Maple Bourbon Glaze. It is absolutely out of this world. You've got to try this stuff. So get on down to Burly Meats, and maybe you try doing yourself a pork belly burnt-in. All right, so I got my buddy Todd here. He's over visiting tonight, and we're going to let you try one of those pork belly burnt-ins. Let's see what you think, man.
All right.
You can pick whatever one you want. You can hear a little bit of crunch there. Mm-hmm. Got a little crust on it. Mm-hmm. How's it taste? It's a lot to chew in. You know, and if you don't like having big mouthfuls like that, you can just cut your cubes smaller. It's going to affect your cook time a little bit. You'll have to watch them just a bit. But, yeah, if you do that, you're good to go. What are you getting flavor-wise? What do you think?
It's really good.
Just
sweet.
Sweet?
Yep.
Yep.
Like it.
You like it? Mm-hmm. How you like that fat and lean together?
It's perfect.
It's perfect. It's a good bite. All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time on Smokin' with Scotty.